Okay, you've been doing high life for a very long time, and let me say, how will you say the state of high life now in Ghana is compared to those days you started? Is it progressing or is it dwindling?
I have to say that basically it has been static, okay? And I think that that explains a lot of the problems our life is facing because it has not progressed, it has not evolved. Anything that is creative, that is cultural, needs to be needs to evolve and change, okay, and go with the time. So, in those terms, I would say that most of the problems that our life is facing today, it's because it's been static. Now, there are reasons for that.
Okay.
Most of most of it is attributable to the fact that during the coup d'etat eras, when there were curfews, live music died because nobody could go out after 6 p.m. And so a lot of the music became either internalized or the musicians went outside of the country to ply their trade. You understand?
Yeah.
So the creativity dwindled, okay, and people internalized in the sense that they went, live musicianship died, and with it musicianship. So it became more or less electronic because people went to computers and started to create music, which was amenable to hip hop. You know what I mean? So hip hop became the order of the day. I also have to say that a lot of the top DJs created management companies and adopted hip hop and hip life musicians, which they promoted and pushed a lot. So high life seemed to take a vacation. But fortunately for us, high life is back. And hip life itself is a baby to high life because hip life is based on the high life rhythm with rap on top. You understand? So basically, I think that high life is still alive and kicking, but it's not as strong as it should be. And we're working towards that.
Okay, so is there anything you think we can do to improve it, to make it get stronger and better?
There's a lot of things we can do.
Okay.
There's a lot of things we can do. First of all, I think that the proper structures need to be put in place because, this is supposed to be a professional business. Professional management, professional recording, professional event organizing, everything that goes with it. And we don't seem to have all those structures in place. I think that, first of all, that a government like the government of Ghana should put much more effort into this thing because it can travel very far and create a good image. And not only that, but also create an import economy, an export economy. Yeah, so that's one thing. The other thing is that high life musicians need to stand up, and smell the pepper. They should know that people are not buying into high life because high life has been stagnant. They should be more creative with it. I believe personally that high life should become much more organic instead of synthetic. That means they should use more indigenous instrumentation and sounds in the work, okay, to make it more distinct. I believe that is what the world will buy into because hip hop is not from here, and as a copy, you can never be the original. You understand? So you always be second grade. But high life, if done properly, will be always be original, and will be first grade. You understand? So also, I think other factors that come into it is that we're talking about standards. Standards of professionalism, standards of recording, standards of the video, because it's in this digital age, everybody has access to the best in the world. So if you're doing mediocre stuff, nobody wants to look at it, not even your own children. So we've got to raise our game,
Sure.
and match what the best the world has to offer.
Okay. When we talk of high life, we actually look at, let's say, live band. What will you say about the state of live band now in this generation compared to when you started?
Well, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's not as bad as it was very recently. I think that live music is on the rise, it's coming up very strongly. I was very, very gratified when I went to the Samini show with Brako and noticed that the top musicians on that show were backed by a live band, okay? And it was a fantastic show, okay? So that informs me that live musicianship is coming back, and I think that, at the rate at which it's going to surpass even the old times.
Okay. And currently, in this generation now in Ghana, presently as we speak, we know, I don't know if you are familiar with the Azonto music. Almost all musicians actually want to do that now. Do you think the coming in of Azonto is going to hamper the high life rebranding?
Well, I think it depends on how it is handled and treated. But Azonto has been a good thing because it has exposed Ghana and Ghanaian music worldwide, okay? But like I said, with the right professionalism, the right marketing, we should be able to take advantage of this to sell our music worldwide, okay? So Azonto is not necessarily, it's a good thing if we handle it right, okay? But, you shouldn't just jump on the bandwagon and think that it's going to carry itself forward and sell itself to the world. We have to sell it, we have to market it and do it right. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you one or two questions because you'll be performing alongside another legend like yourself, Hugh Masekela. What do you really know about him, and how do you think the night is going to be like?
Well, I've known Hugh for quite a long time.
Okay.
I've actually worked with him in the studio when we were recording a charity track called Dream Child, which I wrote and produced at Scratch Studios in East Legon. And he came to not only blow the trumpet on it, but he sang on it as well. And he even gave a speech about the charity for which we're doing the single. Before that, too, I'd known him in certain circles because being a musician and all that. But this is the first time I'm getting the opportunity to play alongside him. And when you call him a legend, you cannot call me a legend in the same breath. It's way, way ahead of me. You understand? If he is a legend, please, I bow to him. I'm nowhere near him in those terms. So I think he's one of the phenomena of African music. Not only that, Hugh has the right mindset. You understand? He understands what it is to be African. He understands what it means to cultivate and inculcate our culture in everything we do. He understands how, when we lose our history and our culture, we are nobody. You understand? And how, therefore, we tend to copy blindly and not have any basis. So for me, Hugh is a great hero that I worship at his feet.
Okay.
I'm very, very honored to be playing with him, and it will inspire me to give one of my best shows ever. Because I don't want Hugh to leave me looking like a novice. You understand?
Okay, but you've actually done something with him before.
Sorry?
You said you've done something with him before.
Yeah, no, I recorded him in the studio. Yeah.
Okay, so will it be another great pleasure to do something with him?
Oh, no doubt. It's always an honor actually to work with him. It's an honor and a pleasure to work with you. Okay.
Okay. So, what final word do you have to tell your fans out there who have really missed you for a while, who really know that you'll be on the show? What do you have to tell them?
Well, I want to tell them that this is a great opportunity to sample the finest of music from Ghana, from South Africa, and from the world, okay? And with Hugh there, it's going to be like totally world class, okay? And being organized by the Global Media Alliance, there's no doubt. I was at the show last year, and it was fantastic. The atmosphere, the music, the quality, everything was great. But this year, the difference is that they're going to have me on the show.
So that's to bring.
It's going to be extra, extra. Read all about it. Come and watch.
Wow. Okay. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.